Hello and welcome to another episode of Goa 365's Face to Face. With me is Bhaskar Assoldekar from ADR, and in the last episode we started off with Karnataka criminalization and criminals in politics. Criminal means people with criminal cases in politics, and the money, assets and all that, and then we shifted to vote bank politics, reached Goa, because anyway Karnataka and Goa are very close together. Half of Karnataka works in Goa, half of Goa works in Karnataka. Madhe we are fighting over a lot of things. So anyway, it was interesting, but now I want to get into the actual Karnataka polls and what it is going to be, how relevant is it going to be for the 2024 Lok Sabha. But before that, how do you explain these results? What do you feel? What could be the reasons for the BJP losing as it did pretty badly? And what could be the lessons to be taken from here by the BJP, by the Congress and by the opposition?
Ganra, once again, thanks for giving me this opportunity. I will have at least about 5-6 points to cover.
Okay.
Which
Take
will
your time.
talk about, partly BJP has lost, but partly Congress has gained, and JDS has lost
Badly.
that's
yes.
my way of.
I think that most analysts,
because,
most of us feel that, yes.
Yeah, because I try to read between the lines, and then of course
Absolutely.
I'll answer your second part as to what kind of ramifications it can have or what kind of impact it can have on the forthcoming Lok Sabha elections, which are just about 1 year from now. By mid-May, around this time, we would also be having a swearing in of the new Prime Minister.
Correct.
By this time,
Yes.
in 2024.
Yes.
I could cite about 5 different points. Corrupt image of BJP, the previous government of BJP in the state. It's not about corrupt image of BJP at the center or overall. At the state level, the corrupt image of BJP of the last government. The last government was this thing. And I'm not sure whether BJP overall has done enough to counter that this thing, which Congress came out very heavily. The second part was Congress appeared to be strong and cohesive, even as a structure in Karnataka, whether it's Siddaramaiah or DK Shivakumar. Otherwise, basically they are like not the best of the friends, let's put it that way. But still, the circumstances demanded that they should be together, and they did well. They did it very well. As opposed to that, if you see, BJP did not have a local leadership at all. They were fragmented. The whole thing was disarray. The whole election, the point number 3, the whole election was fought by BJP as if it is a national election. With Mr. Modi coming in every now and then, having road shows, and yes, some of the road shows did have positive impact on BJP's performance, especially in Bangalore. And I do believe that Bangalore would have been very, very different if not for that long road, long show by Mr. Modi, just about a couple of days before the elections. That definitely made an impact. Even the opposition concedes that it did make an impact. The other aspect was BJP's focus on communal kind of thing, like Bajrang Dal, this thing was, and then we will have temples in every district of Bajrang Bali. Those kind of things were not really required. Perhaps, if you look in hindsight, they were not required. Also, caste equations. Lingayats were quite dissatisfied with the way the candidates BJP candidates were selected or nominated or whatever. So this, and the fact that the entire thing was left to Mr. Modi, be doing that every now and then in every state. The state leadership has to be strong and powerful. It should be seen. It should be seen as this thing. Like if someone was to ask any BJP leader or BJP karyakarta, "Arey Baba, who is your leader here and who is going to be the chief minister candidate?" and perhaps they would have struggled. Okay, as much as last time when it was in Goa. I mean, someone at the top, like Amit Shah, said, okay, Dr. Pramod Sawant is our candidate, kind of thing. So that gives you a little more confidence and this thing. There was no such thing here. So it was all about Modi, Modi and Modi, as if it is a national election. The things at national election level are different from the state election level, and that has to be understood under this thing. So these were some of the points according to me. This was one part. Now, the second part was that most of the contests were triangular contests. Now, I'll tell you, I mean, that's our experience.
Triangular means Congress, BJP, JDS.
Yes.
AAP was there. I think, I don't know, AAP was there also.
AAP was there and they lost deposits in all 224.
Okay. They had put all 224 seats?
I'm telling, otherwise I like to avoid this kind of negative this thing being talked about the party.
No, it's not negative, but I mean, you won, you lost, you lost. I mean, like, there's nothing, but all 224, they put candidates in all 2. Really?
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
Yes.
Okay. The primarily it was between these three parties. Okay, now JDS today is almost like not even a local party. You can't even call it. It's going down because it's like a one leader, one family kind of this thing. It is no more the earlier this thing which was full of vocaligas. It's no more so. Devegowda is 90 plus now, and his son does not perhaps have a good image of being a very stable, sincere kind of candidate. I'm putting it a little crudely, perhaps. But
mildly, I think, not crudely at all.
But he is labeled by and large as an opportunistic person. I have talked to many karyakartas of theirs also. The perception is he's opportunistic, meaning he has been along with BJP also when it came to forming a ministry earlier. And the last time around, when in 2018, he was made chief minister, although he had some 38 or some seats vis-a-vis some 73 odd seats of Congress.
Congress, correct.
Who together came to power, and Kumaraswamy was made chief minister. So he looked like a king maker rather than the king himself, and that perhaps was not very sort of palatable for even his own people, and they lost badly. Now, in a triangular contest, what happens? Even 1% vote difference can make a difference. Okay. Now, here what happened really was, if you really see, all along from 2013, 2018 and 2023 now, BJP votes have been around 35, 36.
Yes.
Hardly any change. 35, 36, 35.8, 36.2, 36.2, 35.8, like that. I mean, the current this thing is 35.8. Close to. So, around 36 all along. But vis-a-vis last elections, 2018 versus 23, what has happened is Congress has increased its vote percentage by 5%. From 38% they have gone to 43. Okay. JDS lost 5%, from 18% to 13%. Okay. Now see the interesting part of it. This 5% jump by Congress has resulted into a massive change in their numbers. From what? 73 to 135 now.
78, I think, no? 78.
Or 78 to 135. Yeah, some big number.
Almost double.
Yeah.
Not double, almost, yeah.
Almost 58 or something. It comes to. Yeah, number. By just increase of 5%. Now, this 5% has essentially gone to them from JDS and a consolidation of Muslim votes. Let's be clear there also. Okay. So they have been able to get all Muslim votes by and large, because again BJP was partly responsible for it, according to me, because they came out with this issue of Bajrang Dal and having temples in every district. Of,
polarization, major polarization. Yes.
Yeah, that was not really required for this. Is what but it's like in hindsight we can say that. So that was another thing. And as I said, the whole leadership, the local leadership was absolutely fragmented, and there was hardly any leader worth the name. So it was all. So if we have picked up these many seats, it has been to a great extent, I would believe, because of these road shows and other messages. From Modi. But writing was on the wall when you read one day before the elections that Modi has written a letter to all the voters in Karnataka, and you felt, oh my God, they are in trouble.
They're in big trouble, big trouble. Yes.
So
The very fact when the Prime Minister himself said that Bajrang Bali, go and vote, that means it showed like, array, development, everything went out of the window along with the kitchen sink and the plates and everything.
He should not expose himself too much. I mean,
so much.
That's what one feels, but he is too big a person to where we can really comment on. But I feel maybe at state level he need not really push himself this much. That's another thing which one can say after seeing the results.
That sheen probably could get affected, no? Because ultimately he is a tall leader, and if in these states when you get involved so much, I don't know, the sheen goes. I don't know. I feel law of diminishing returns and all those things people start talking about it. You know, politics is a lot about perception also. Don't you think, Bhaskar?
Yeah. And even they say
that cloak of invincibility, as they say.
Yeah. But today, media is discussing disproportionately, I believe, about the number of seats which Congress has won. Yes, the seats do matter because if someone has to form the ministry and the government, you require more seats. But you can't really say, because despite all the negative things which I have told you about BJP has not lost percentage share.
Okay, yeah, I have a little bit of a take on this. See how much you agree with me on this. Now see, the core BJP is 20%, according to me.
Yeah.
Core Congress is also around 20%. Now, normally with development and XYZ, BJP would normally pick up around 15% more. This time, if the Prime Minister had not put in such a high, this 15% would have gone from the BJP, according to me.
Yeah.
Where it would have gone, I don't know. Maybe those people would have sat at home. Like so many people, admire that this government is doing something. At the center, I'm talking about, not so much of the state. Because the state was a very lightweight leader, and as you said, nobody knew. Though he was supposed to be, the chief ministerial face and all that. Nobody. But this 15% probably, the Prime Minister and his roadshows and his 17 meetings and all that, probably that is the reason they went. But is it worth? Because that cloak of invincibility sometimes, tends to, tends to go down, no? If so much of, I don't know, I feel. What do you feel?
Yeah, I agree there. I agree. That's why, he should, sort of conserve his energies for the parliamentary elections in 2024 is what my this thing is. But perhaps he had his own reasoning and rationale of, doing all this, because see, at the end of the day, they don't not only look at the number of assembly seats, but also the consequence of it in Rajya Sabha. Please understand that. So now with this kind of performance, Congress will pick up another 3 seats more in Rajya Sabha, which could have been much more than 3.
Also 170 clusters as such this time Congress had taken. Last time which the BJP had taken in the assembly, around 170 which the Congress has led, and JDS whatever has led, which last time which had gone to the BJP. So that could positive. What do you feel? What will be the ramifications given that so much of effort was put in Karnataka? Obviously, the BJP thought that it was important for the Lok Sabha. Others, they wouldn't have put in so much of effort, because BJP is a very systematic, their machinery is perfect and their strategy is very good. All that is there. But they have put in a lot of effort. So what do you think could be the ramifications in the Lok Sabha 2024? I'm not talking about the results. Leave out the numbers. The way this campaign was fought and the disconnect between the leaders and the people and something like this, we have been following for the past 6 months before voting. There was a disconnect, big disconnect, very weak leadership. And would it be different because this time the Prime Minister would be saying, vote for me, I am the one there. And that time it was vote for somebody else, it's a assembly. Would it make a difference or would it not? Or what do you feel? Does the Congress and the opposition have a bigger chance this time? Or is BJP going to take 28 like last time, or 25 or whatever, 26 they were?
No, there are total 28, and last time they won 25 plus 1.
25 plus
one
1.
was independent or some other lower party which joined ultimately BJP. So
Will it
there were
affect?
26, Congress had one, and JDS had one. In the
Will it
last
affect?
election. And
Will it affect?
I'll tell you what. 20. If I make just one clean statement that, according to me, and I've been into this business of, reading between the lines and looking at the field.
And it's for a long time, of course, yes.
And it's for a very long time indeed. Now,
Correct.
if you do that, then I'm convinced that over the last two parliamentary elections, whether it's Karnataka or if any other state, parliamentary election, Lok Sabha election and assembly elections are mutually exclusive, according to me. Meaning, the two are no connect at all. I mean, they're so very different, distinctly different in terms of the outcome, the result. And let's look only at the result. In terms
Result,
of percentage
obviously,
vote
yes. No.
number of
Results.
seats.
Results.
The
Yeah.
result. So, I'll tell you a very classic thing. Just before every parliamentary election, it will be interesting for you also to know, and you must be knowing. There are 5 state elections. Before every parliamentary election, 2024 May.
And last time Congress won the majority, yes, I'm aware. Yes.
All.
All. Otherwise, yeah.
There are 5 elections in assemblies. In 18 also they were there, before 19 election of parliament. 23 also you have 5 elections, assembly elections. 5 assemblies will go for voting. Which are the ones? Karnataka,
MP, Rajasthan, Karnataka.
Telangana, Chhattisgarh, MP, Rajasthan.
Yes.
Okay, 5. Last time around, in all 5, there were Congress who won majority and formed the government. All 5. Okay, in Karnataka, Kumaraswamy formed, but with the backing of Congress. Okay, Chhattisgarh, Congress, Rajasthan, Congress, Madhya Pradesh, Kamal Nath had formed the government.
Yes.
Okay,
I know. Yeah.
and after 1 year or so, this Jyotiraditya Scindia came out of it.
Yeah.
And then our Chauhan became as chief minister from BJP. Now, look at today's scenario. Karnataka is taken by Congress. You have 4 more to go. What happened after 18 in 2019? In all the states which we talked about just now, which have gone for assembly elections, and all were won by Congress. In all states, BJP got more seats. Clean sweep in Rajasthan, clean sweep in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, Karnataka 25 plus 1 out of 28, so 26.
Almost a sweep, yes.
Okay, almost sweep. Okay, then what remained was Telangana. Of course, Telangana is a part of the South India, so it's a different cup of this thing. And even Chhattisgarh, BJP got more. So everywhere. So they are mutually exclusive. So what really has to be seen is it appears prima facie that there is a Tina factor. Tina factor means there is no alternative. It's a general perception in the mind of people when it comes to central leadership.
It was there last time. Is it there the same thing this time? Last time this was there. This time also, you feel?
So. Yeah, where is the new leadership from the opposition? Hardly any visible, I'm saying. And if the moment you utter some name of opposition leader, there will be another 10 tweeters and 100 this thing which will take him down.
Yeah.
Now, what is very important, which everyone has to understand very clearly, is Modi has amazing capability of rebranding himself every 5 years. And I'll tell you what I mean. It is something which, we have to really learn from him. Other political parties also should learn from him, because everyone goes by the same electoral style of, contesting elections. Now, look, I'll tell you what I mean. 2002, when he first jumped in, almost parachuted into Gandhinagar, Ahmedabad, as the chief minister of Gujarat in 2002. Within a few months, he had to pass through, and he was labeled as a devout Hindu at that point in time. Let's use this terminology, devout Hindu, rather than anything else. Okay. Within a few months, he had to see this carnage at Godhra. Right, wrong, who is responsible, I'm not getting into that.
Yeah, whatever.
But that happened. So he had a setback. More importantly, he had a setback. From there, for about 4 or 5 years, we had to attend CBI's office every second day and sit there for 10, 12 hours. So that is what was happening. Okay? Now, despite that, he slowly changed his style and got labeled himself as a development model. So the state, which was perceived as communal or led by a devout this thing, got in the tag of being a developed state. So even the deputy chairman, planning commission and others were given the example, the other states were given example, Baba, you go back to Gujarat, see their model, how they are functioning in various fields, education, infrastructure, what have you.
And he brought in Prashant Kishore to help him in governance at that time. He was not a political observer at the time. At that time, he was looking after agriculture and health, I don't know, departments, government departments, if memory serves me right, yes.
Yeah. So by 2010-11, he was already getting into national limelight. Okay. By 2012-13, some of the leaders of BJP already put him on the high pedestal of central leadership. Including our very own.
Including our late Manohar Parrikar, yes. Yeah.
Parrikar at Marriott,
Yes.
Conference conclave of
Correct.
BJP at Marriott.
Yeah.
Now, he had a beautiful, clean image as a chief minister, non-corrupt image. So he has continued with that even now for the last 9 years. People may say so many things. People may say Rafale deal, but everything is cleared by Supreme Court. So let's not, still believe something different. So that clean image continues to be there. Okay. Now let's look at what is going to happen in 2023-24. Another rebranding. Rebranding of international leader.
Statesman.
G20
I was
already
going to
on
say
that.
statesman. Yes, absolutely.
From leadership to statesman.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Where everyone recognizes him, whether it's USA, he's going to USA sometime next month.
No, Right now he's in Japan.
Japan, yeah, for G20.
G7.
G7
G7.
rather, sorry,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
coming back.
Yeah.
He is a great foreign minister who is doing wonders for international image.
Professional, absolute
And-
professional, yes.
Absolute professional. So he has picked and chosen, quite few professional bureaucrats who did extremely well earlier. So that kind of image. Now, coupled with the fact that, see, like, let's be clear, all said and done, UP and Bihar, if he gets quite some decent number in Lok Sabha as MP, then half the kingdom is gained, right? Because UP is about 80 and Bihar is some 48 or some 40 odd number. Maharashtra 48. Now these are big figures. Gujarat is his own. Madhya Pradesh, yes, and so also with Rajasthan, because Rajasthan right now is a fragmentation of Gehlot and Sachin Pilot. How do you get UP and Bihar again, or even Madhya Pradesh, or Rajasthan? For that, the answer is inauguration of Ram Mandir at Ayodhya. Okay, so now look at all these things, and this is happening just about 3-4 months before
The finals, so as to say. Yes.
Can you really beat it? Perhaps not. So
Very,
I'm not
very.
getting into
It's
the-
almost impossible. This is what I feel. But
and look at the other side. The other side is fragmented. Still, they don't know who is going to be the leader. Still, they don't know which parties are going to be coming together. Like BJD, Biju Janata Dal has already said, Naveen Patnaik has already said,
Yeah,
that
I'm
I'm going to
with-
contest my own.
Yes.
Over, done with. And then others also, I'm sure. Will
Yeah. See,
slowly-
I absolutely agree with you. On this. This is my opinion as of today that yes, I don't think that I think that the BJP led by Prime Minister Modi is going to win. But what I am little skeptical about is whether he can repeat the performance of last time. Maybe this is what we feel from what analysis we are doing in from government, that it is possible that the BJP could lose around 25% of the seats because of variety of reasons. See, because this time it looks like that Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan are likely to go to the BJP. Assembly I'm talking about. Chhattisgarh, I don't know. Now Maharashtra possibly didn't pan out as well as it did. Didn't pan out as well as they expected it with all the politics. You should know, you are right there. Shinde and Fadnavis or whatever. Karnataka also didn't pan out. So possible there could be a reduction of seats. This is what the only thing which I'm saying, which as the elections comes closer, should be able to see either yes or no or disprove.
No, I'll tell you. I have a little different take on this, especially for Maharashtra. Maharashtra has something like 48 seats.
Yes,
I think
48
seats.
Around, yes.
Out of 48, I will honestly, although I had promised that I will not get into the figures of 2024, but since we are already this thing, you are almost sort of forcing me to get into it.
Approximate figures, let's not say figures, approximate.
Yeah, but I will honestly be surprised if BJP can't pick up 40 out of 48, at least
Really?
40 out of 40.
Really?
Yeah, because I'll tell you why. Because BJP and Shinde Shiv Sena are going to contest these elections together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now they are going to leave some seats because last time I think they picked up what, 40, 41 out of
Around
48.
41, yeah, 41, yeah.
So and they'll give other seats to them, maybe. And that kind of contest could be very, very tough. It's not going to be easy for any other party to come anywhere closer, because, see, like the other factions of NCP or Congress or this thing, they don't have much of this thing, because even people, because of the electronic media, the TV, the Twitter, the WhatsApp, the electronic media, people, even if they're sitting in their homes, the lowest of the lowest, know who is Modi.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
That you cannot doubt. That you cannot doubt. Yeah.
And his ability to come out and
connect.
Speak. So what I'm saying is, if everything remains the same, by and large, everything remains the same, is 1 year is too long a period in politics. Even 1 day, which is 86,400 seconds, is too long a period in politics. You know it.
Yes.
So 1 year is too long. But if
it's a long time. Yeah.
almost identical the same, then I don't think it
Don't
should be a
foresee.
big issue.
Okay. On this, we will we've run out of time. We will end today's thing. And Bhaskar Bab, of course, we will be continuing this. You know, we also take Goa 365 also takes elections very seriously, as you are aware from the last time. We will be following this up on a regular basis, and you will be obviously be very much part of our campaign as we get into the elections. But possibly you and me differ a little bit on Maharashtra and on the overall. But on one thing probably we agree, that this election, the rebranding as a statesman, is what I've been saying to my colleagues and whoever is willing. He has rebranded it already as a statesman, not as much as a politician or as a statesman. One. Second thing is, however, I feel that he has to do it, and he probably has to do it at a much quicker pace, because the law of diminishing returns probably will hit. I don't know. We will see this as we move closer to the elections. Thank you, Bhaskar Bab. Thank you very much. It was very interesting. We had this even about Goa, the thing, and my views and your views, and this also. Thank you, and keep watching Goa 365 as we bring a almost continuous election watch on what is happening, the Lok Sabha and the Assembly elections as we go on. Thank you, and keep watching Goa 365.